choose to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncer's gilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Umar for IFL TV. I'm joined by Joyce. I just want to say thank you very much for your time because it is very late and obviously difficult moment, Joe. Firstly, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I feel like I've had harder spars and I don't feel like too tired either. Didn't go that long in the fight. I had plenty more to give, but yeah, he's a good fighter and caught me with a good shot. So it's just unfortunate that, you know, when you take risks, then sometimes it doesn't go your way.
Joe, just talk to me about what the actual game plan was tonight.
Was to win.
Of course, but tactically early on, what was the game plan?
Well, instead of like the early rounds of the first fight where I was going on to the right, it was to stay to the left and you know, keep kind of like spinning off and you know, hitting and moving and taking him to the later rounds. But he, you know, set me up with a good shot, and I think he countered me. I'd have to watch it back for a clear picture, but I feel fine. I feel, you know, fresh and healthy. I'm not too tired. It wasn't like a grueling fight or anything, so I have to lick my wounds, watch the fight back, and see where I can improve. But yeah, good luck to Zhang. He was a better fighter on the night, and yeah, I'll come again.
Yeah, Joe, as we saw, like you tried to obviously avoid punishment early on and stay elusive, which was clear to me as well, though, and people at ringside. You couldn't really get your own work off. Were you looking to throw much in the early rounds? What was the idea with Ismail early on in terms of your offensive work?
Well, I was just like going to warm into the fight, get my feet working, and seeing where, like, because like especially the first rounds, a lot of a lot of fighters like study their opponent, see where the openings are in the early rounds, and that's what I was going to do. You know, trying to do, because it's a 12-round fight, so I've got plenty of time to, you know, see where I can land the shots and stuff. And he was doing the same, and I was kind of warming into the fight. And he's just, you know, a good fighter, and he caught me. So is but I feel okay. I feel like I can. You know, I've had tougher spars. I feel like yeah, it's just disappointing. Like, especially the position I worked to get into before fighting him. He, you know, it was a bit too much of a risk taking the first fight, and then obviously it didn't go my way in the second fight. So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board and find a different route to get back into the. I have to go the long way around to get back into the position again.
Joe, in terms of the performance tonight, if you're being brutally honest with yourself, was that a poor performance, or do we have to give credit to Zhang tonight?
No, I think give credit to Zhang. He's a good southpaw, awkward southpaw counter puncher, sniper. So he's a good fighter, and I wish him luck in his next fights. But you know, I have to rebuild and come back stronger from it. Like, it's a bit of a risk taking him on. I could have bided my time, but you know. Any
regrets about actually making this deal with Zhang, because you was in that WBO interim mandatory position?
Yeah, I mean, I preferred to beat him and got straight back in there, in you know, in the way the the rank, you know, the order of the belts that go in. But you know, I have to go a different route now. It's unfortunate, but Zhang's a good fighter, and I wish him luck for the next steps. But I thought I could have beat him this time, but I didn't. So, but I feel fine. Like, I'm ready to go another route and to fight again. I'm not, you know, my career's not over. I'm not done yet. I haven't got that many miles on the clock, and I feel okay. I feel I can do a few more rounds. Do you want to do some sparring?
Please, no. Hell no. Your mother just described you as a throwback fighter, and when we talk about the position you were in, you didn't have to fight Zhang, but as your mum just said, you are a throwback fighter, and you did it, you know, for yourself, but for the fans as well. You made a brilliant fight with Zhang. So yeah, would you agree with with your mother there that you're a throwback fighter, Joe?
I mean, I don't want to label myself, but if that's what, you know, if that's your opinion, then like, I mean, I wonder if anyone else agrees. But obviously, I'm disappointed, but I'm not hurt or anything. I feel, yeah, I don't feel too bad. So yeah, there's plenty more left. I've got plenty more left to give to the sport, and I'll be in some other great fights. I'm just gonna have to watch it back, reflect, and go on holiday to have some time off, and then come back into it. And there's plenty of great fights out there for me.
That shot from Zhang could have knocked out a horse. It was a clean, vicious blow. And we saw your bravery there trying to get up. But yeah, obviously just didn't beat the count. But did you feel like you might have? Because I saw, I think on 7 or 8, you did rise.
Yeah, it all happened so fast, so it's hard to judge when you're at the receiving end of it. So I'm gonna have to watch it back, and I can get a clearer picture. And hopefully, there's no memes of me up now. Jeez.
Well, all the speculation around ringside was, well, Joe Carroll, etc. You've just said to me your career's definitely not done. You've got plenty more left. Daniel Dubois rematch, fancy that?
Yeah, possibly. Gonna see what my route back in. But yeah, that could be a good fight.
Makes sense, wouldn't it? You're both with Frank. I mean, there's a narrative, there's a story there. A lot of people might think, Daniel might get revenge now. So it would sell for sure still.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's an easy fight to make, and yeah, I have to discuss it with my team and make a decision. I'm not going to make a decision right now, but there's plenty of good fights for me, and Dubois included. So I'm not going to make any final decisions now, but like I'll review it and like see what's the best option.
Understand that. Listen, as I said at the start of this interview, Joe, I really do appreciate your time. It's been a pleasure covering your career so far, and as you said, you will carry on. So look forward to what the future brings. Is there anything you want to add to your fans and sort of your team, your family, etc. just now?
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in and watched or came to the arena and supporting my journey. Like it doesn't always go my way. I've had it pretty hard like throughout my career as an amateur and a pro. So I'm still got more to give, and like still more great fights to have. And like this is not it. I could still become heavyweight champion. It's just a bump in the road, and giving Zhang that opportunity, I wish him luck in the next steps ahead. But it wasn't my time this time. But
I don't think many would get that opportunity.
I'm still, I still feel okay. I still feel fresh. I could do a few more rounds.
Joe, listen, appreciate your time, and enjoy Australia, and hopefully I'll see you after when you return to the UK and catch up soon.
Okay, thank you.
God bless.
Should not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,